6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
And the Saints, first down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the gun, Perkins. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Saints 21, Vikings nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff looking right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Let's go now. Hey, come on. Come on. Hey, we got tight left, tight end left. You got three down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
(21-0) our score after one.
Saints 21, Vikings nothing.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Let's go, defense.
Off play action. Fields. He hits Blue. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Operating from the gun. Fields. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they try the right side here. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And a give this time to the tailback. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Back to throw. Fields. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. From the gun, Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Philip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Lindsay going to try and run it in. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, it's Knight. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Perkins. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Perkins. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over him.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 2nd down, Fields. And Diggs has it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
That's going to be a long day. Check.
They'll look to throw. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Hartley now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Check, check. Walk it before. Walk it before.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Perkins. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eli Apple. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 50. 65. 65.
A final shot before break. Perkins dancing to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Knight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Perkins buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener with it.
There he goes left side. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Philip Lindsay. 81 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Now, once again, the Vikings are going to go for 2 here.
Check 3, check 3.
Off the play fake. Fields. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
You know how we get focused at the end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So here come the Vikings now as they'll again go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57.
Throwing again. Perkins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Throwing on 3rd and long. Perkins. Open man is Michael Thomas. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watch out, watch out. Tight end right, tight end right. You got 4. 50 seconds.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
54 Mike. All day, just like that. Just like that.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go. 54. Watch the back.
2nd and 2. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And I think the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Switch.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Vikings 26.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's got Rodgers. That one good for 24 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Back to throw. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make the play and try to stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. 4th down. Fields. And this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Perkins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Perkins. And Thomas has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Perkins. On the move to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a handoff looking right. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. To the Viking. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And, oh, he will not get in. Took it all the way back inside the 5. But in the end, an exercise in futility. He doesn't get to the promised land.
So when the Rules Committee decided to put some excitement into the PAT, or the extra point, this is what they were talking about. Blocked, returned, nearly for 2 points, but great hustle and a big-time tackle prevented that.
That's what I was just going to say. Excellent hustle to stay with it after the block and make that tackle. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.